What's up, YouTube? You're going to watch me interview a new candidate that we got going on for our door-to-door campaign. So right now I'm trying to log into this whole Ring Central app, and we're going to go ahead and proceed. Bear with me here. If you guys want me to ask the interviewee a specific question, feel free to put it in the comments, and then I'll ask them. Looks like this whole Ring Central thing is super complicated, so I'm just going to call the trainee right now. Let's see.
Hello?
Hey, is this Cameron?
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah. How you doing, man?
I'm doing excellent. Is this Cameron? I want to make sure I have the right number.
Yeah, is this Gio?
Yeah, they call me G
Okay,
Money.
perfect.
Are you having issues logging into the Ring Central link?
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually on the Meet Google. Let me get over to the Ring.
Wait, is it working for you on the Meet Google one?
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to use the Ring Central and it wasn't working for me, so I was trying to see what it was like on your end.
Yeah, you want to join the Meet Google and then we can go from there?
Yeah, sounds good. This is my cell
Okay.
phone, just in case you want to save it. I'll meet you at the Meet Google one.
Okay.
All right, brother. So it seems like Ring Central is not really reliable when it comes to these links that they're sending out. Let's see. Put up my phone in my stand. Let's see. We decided to meet using the Meet Google function. Sweet. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, how you doing, man?
All right, sweet. I can see you. I can hear you. Can you see me?
Yeah, I got you.
Nice. So your name is Cameron?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to meet you.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it, man. What is it that you currently do for work?
I work at Costco right now in Simi Valley.
You work at Costco in Simi Valley. Is that where
Yes,
you
I do.
Is that where you live, Simi Valley?
You know what, I used to, but I moved to Lake Balboa the beginning of this year.
Okay.
And then I moved to Lakeview Terrace, so that's where I'm at right now.
Lakeview Terrace. Gotcha.
It's right by Silmar.
Right.
It's up to 210, yeah.
I live in Reseda. You know where that's at?
Yeah, I know where Resita's at.
Yeah, so we're both in the valley. Cool.
Perfect.
What do you do at Costco?
I stock in the morning, so I big sell the product, make sure it's presentable for the members, clean up, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. If I'm understanding this correctly, this would be like your first sales job?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you're going to like it. And the reason why I say that is because whenever I see somebody come in from like a hard job where they're like forced to do manual labor, and then they start realizing like, holy smokes, I could get paid that much just by using my mouth, they never go back. So I like what I'm hearing right now. Do you have a car?
Perfect. Do I have a what?
A car.
A car? Yeah, I got a car.
Yeah, cool. Okay. This interview is being recorded. Are you okay with that?
That's fine. Yeah.
All right. So I want to get to know you a little bit better. So why don't you tell me something about you?
Okay, something about me. Well, I just graduated from CSUN with a bachelor's in marketing. It was interesting, of course, because of the whole COVID thing.
Right.
But before that, I went to Moorpark College. I played baseball as a kid. Yeah, man, that's pretty much it.
So you're an athletic college graduate, basically.
For the most part, yeah.
I heard that you're very hardworking and determined. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
I actually graduated from CSUN too, and my major was business management. So we're both alumni. So congrats, man. I like that.
Yeah, thank you. That's perfect.
Do you play any other sports besides baseball?
I played football. In high school, I did cross country and track. And then the second half of high school, so junior, senior year, I just started to work and get my foot in the labor force. So that's pretty much it.
Are you done with college? Like you have your degree and then you're done?
Yeah, almost that, yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Well, let's talk about your financial goals for 2020. When you started this year, like what was your vision for how much money you were going to make by the end of the year?
Well, I actually just got a raise with Costco. So just going off that, what I really wanted for myself was, obviously stability was the biggest thing. Okay. So, something like just spitballing, maybe like, because the thing is, I'm still paying off my car and I have student loans. So, getting those paid off is probably the biggest thing for me right now.
I understand.
So the more money, the better,
I agree with you on that. Okay.
Yeah.
So I already planned out a couple of interview questions. So I'm going to go down the list, and I'm curious to see what your responses are to these questions, okay? Some of them, I'm going to warn you, I'm going to throw you a little bit of a curveball. So I want to see how you act under pressure. So let's go. So at your last job, who were the competitors to the company, and what did your company do differently to differentiate themselves?
What did Costco do differently to differentiate themselves?
Right.
Okay, so basically the competitors, to answer your first question, would be so Lowe's is one, just because, Lowe's, Home Depot, in the sense that they sell furniture, we sell furniture, refrigerators, all that type of stuff. And as far as the other part of the competitors, it would be mainly grocery stores. Like, for example, the location I'm at, there was an Aldi's that just recently had opened up when I was working there, like just down the street, and they're new to the grocery, because they're like a German, I believe they're German based, and it's like a new type of grocery market. And there's a lot of new ones that are opening up. So, the basic like Ralph's, Vons, Albertsons, they're all, they would be competing with Costco in that sense, just because, they offer savings in that way. Well, at the same time, the way Costco would differentiate themselves from them would be, it's a member basis. So, you can't buy anything at Costco unless you have a membership. So There's that exclusive feeling, of shopping there, the feeling that you're going to be taken care of. Another thing too is we don't refer to them as customers. We refer to them as members. So that's another thing that makes them feel special. And another thing that really differentiates themselves at the bottom line is it's a bulk sale, so you get more for less. Okay. The way you answer that question, I'm really impressed. Most interviewees that I interview, when I ask them that question, they usually don't know. They don't understand the concept of the business being more than just their position. So I'm glad that you answered it the way you did. So now, tell me about your best day and your worst day at your current employer. Best day and worst day. Well, best day would be, I guess, so what I do at my job is obviously, like I said, I stock, but that's not really all it is. We got to, make sure that the items are actually in the store. If there's nothing on the shelf, we have to make sure the inventory is right. We have to make sure if it's not there, is it coming in on the load? Is it in transit? Are the signs right? Because every Monday the prices change. So basically just going off that. The best day would be everything runs smoothly in the sense that I don't have to move any pallets, because we have to move the pallets. Like, for example, there's mandatories that have to go out to the end cap. And when the mandatories have to go out to the end cap, regardless of the quantities we have to get them out to the end cap. So, going with that, if I don't have to do those on a normal day, then that's an easy day for me. But on the other side, a hard day would be, like, for example, most hard days I would just categorize under a Monday, because on Monday, that's when all of the, mandatories come out. So on Mondays, we have to put those out to the end cap, and that's the day all of them get refreshed. So, a lot of moves, a lot of price changes, and a lot of stocking, because Monday is like I want to say like a double, it's like a double threat, because Saturday and Sunday are our busiest days, because it's the weekend and everyone's shopping this and that.
Okay.
So coming out of that, it's the quantities on the floor are low as it is. And on top of that, when I come in on Monday, I have to make a lot of moves. So there's no time for stocking. So it's almost like I have to choose one and sacrifice the other. So that would be a hard day.
Okay. So if I'm understanding your responses, the worst days for you are when you're feeling the most stress. So does that suggest that you don't handle stress very constructively?
Can you say that one more time? I'm sorry.
So you're saying that your worst day is pretty much the day that you are most stressed, right? Give me 1 second. Sorry, I had one of my reps give me a call right now. I have to call him back. But can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're saying that your worst day is a day that is filled with stress and stuff like that. And
I would say so, yeah.
Can you handle stress constructively? That's my question.
Yeah, I think that working at Costco and, having that become more of a norm, because recently we've changed the management around a lot, and obviously everyone has a different management style, so dealing with that by itself was, it was an adaptation I had to undergo, so like, to answer your question, can I handle stress constructively? I believe so, just because, there's so many different situations every day that I have to juggle, and making everyone happy is the biggest part of it. So I believe so.
Okay. Good answer. All right. Now this is where I throw you a curveball. If I were to call your current boss, what would they say about you?
Perfect. I was ready for this question. So my boss, Martine, he actually tells me this all the time. He'll give me, so there's a situation. He'll tell me, based on how much time we have, do option A. And option A would be go the easy route, because, he's thinking, okay, we have to open the store up. We need to make time for other things. Go the easy route. And then he'll walk away. And I'll take what he said, but I'll go one step further than that. I won't just do that. I'll do it the right way. And he'll come back and he'll be like, you know what, Cameron, that's what I like about you. You don't just go the easy route. You make sure it's right. You don't care about the opinions of others. You make sure it's done right because you want it to be right for the sake of being right. You don't just do it for the pay. So I can say that.
Okay.
Whatever I do, I'm passionate with.
Nice. Okay. Now let's look forward to the future. Let's say that this is January 1st, 2021. Right now, you're part of our team. We're trying to figure out, all right, let's set realistic goals for yourself. If you can end the year 2021 happily satisfied like this, like, yeah, I'm on the right track where I'm going with my career, what dollar amount would that be for that year?
What would that be for that year?
What dollar amount?
You said dog pile?
No. Dollar amount.
Oh, sorry. Dollar amount.
Correct.
Like for like total sales and everything?
In terms of like your yearly income for the year 2021.
Minimum 80,000.
80,000?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Minimum.
Why did you decide to join Costco? If your goals are pretty up there in terms of finance, with sales, it's definitely achievable. But I'm having a hard time understanding why you chose Costco.
Well, I mean, my goals change all the time, and I didn't have the same goals that I do now.
Okay.
That when I joined Costco, because I didn't just recently join Costco. I've been with them since 2013, so I've been with them for a while. And when I did join them, I had just been laid off because I don't know if you know about all this, but when Hagen came to California, it took over some grocery stores. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, Hagen's a chain grocery store, and it's based in Washington, and it came to California. And I used to work at a Vons. And when I was working at the Vons, I was there for 3 years. Everything was going good. I was, just out of high school. I was making money. It was cool. And then Hagen came and took over, and they set their prices so high that they weren't, doing it off a good judgment based off, the demographics of the area, the income of everyone. So to say the least, the prices were just set way too high, and it didn't work out. And I got laid off. And I know a buddy of mine was working at Costco, and to say the least, Costco was way better than Hagen and Vons. Like, they pay way better, the benefits are way better. So I thought it was a perfect.
It was a power move, right? You thought it was a come up. It was a come up.
Yeah, exactly. It was definitely a come up from where I was.
That makes sense.
Now that I work at Costco, I want to come up from this. I want to better myself. I went to school. I got my degree. I'm ready to apply it to the real world, and I feel like at CMCM, it's the best place to do it.
Okay. Coming from experience from graduating college and starting part-time here, I could definitely see that 80,000 minimally is what you should be hitting for in the year 2021. I started this company April 2018 to give you some background on who your trainer is. So that's roughly 2 years and 3 months ago, and the reason I joined this job, so I could tell you full context on like who I am and where I come from. I was in progress to be a real estate agent. I was actually an acquisition sales manager for a company called the Arsman Brothers. And what we would do is we would basically knock on doors, convince the owner to sell their house to us for cash. We would destroy their house, build a mansion, and flip it. Now, once their marketing budget filled up, now they have no use for an acquisitions guy. So now they temporarily laid me off. I was on track to make 6 figures with just that alone, right? So now I'm pissed off. I'm jaded at the whole real estate industry, and I'm looking at Indeed and looking for jobs that pay over 6 figures, one of which was CMC. I got offered about 6 different jobs. Out of the all interviews, they all offered me the job. This is the one that I like the most because it made me feel kind of like part of a family, part of a team. And I come from a sports background myself, so I'm all about love of the team and all about like helping your team get successful. So exactly. I think I'm seeing a lot of the right things in you, and I'm liking what I'm hearing. So
sounds good.
Let's continue.
If I can say one thing real quick, if
sure.
That's okay. So you asked me about my goals as far as income, what I want to make, and this and that. I actually took a class at CSUN. You probably don't know her, but she was just like foreign chick that was teaching the class, and I learned more in that class than I did, like, I want to say almost my entire career at CSUN.
What's the professor's name?
She pretty much said that when you apply to a job, and you're discussing your salary, you want to make sure you tell them what you know you're worth. If that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so at least I think that fits in with this really well, just because with sales, and what this is if you don't know what you're worth, you're never going to go out to get it. You know what I mean?
No, that's right.
So with me, I'm going to go get it. I'm motivated. I know what I can make. I know what I can do. I know what damage can be done.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right, cool. You're saying all the right things. So now let me ask you this. Outside of your work, outside of career-wise and all that stuff, are you working on anything exciting that excites you that you're passionate about?
Passionate about? Well, I work on music sometimes. I just like mess around with beats here and there. Actually, my girlfriend got me into it because she went to a music school in Burbank called Icon. I don't know if you've heard of it.
No.
But yeah, it's not really a big school. But yeah, I work on music sometimes. I like to go outside and like play basketball, stuff like that. Just small stuff. I have nothing big going on right now though.
When you say music, what kind of music are you tapping into? Are you talking about EDM, hip hop? What are you talking about?
Yeah, EDM, yeah.
Did you like research who I am before you chose this job?
I actually, you know what? I knew nothing about you. Like I'm like a big Tiesto guy. I like Calvin Harris, Martin Garrix. Mala just released a new song, which was sick. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Mala?
You like house music?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Have you heard of it? It's called Don't Talk.
Not yet, but I'll probably listen to it after this.
It's freaking sick.
Do you like raves?
Yeah. Actually, my last one was Countdown of last year.
Hey, was that our last one? Okay, I was at Countdown too. So that's like extracurricular stuff, but just so you can see like the environment. A lot of our team members love EDM, and we love that scene. So I have like my own little like rave fam going on over here, and it's pretty badass. So I think you're gonna be really welcomed by the team because you like the same kind of stuff, and you're all about improving yourself and getting what you deserve.
Yeah.
They explained that this is commission only, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people that discourages them immediately because they have that self-doubt. They believe that, oh, what if I don't make it? But the fact that you're over here telling me that you're going to go get it, that you're determined, that you know your worth, that's the mentality I'm talking about. That's what you need to be successful in this industry. If you have that here and you believe it, there is nothing stopping you literally from achieving it besides your own self. So that's good.
Right.
We're almost done here. I just want to keep going through these questions that I had pre-filled out.
Yeah.
So you know that this is sales, right?
Sales. Yeah.
And you know that in sales, it's all about communication. Communication is a lot of things. Now, some things that salespeople tend to not fully master, and this is something that is a useful skill in sales, is a simple thing called remembering people's names, right?
Yeah.
So now, I know it shows my name right here, but besides me, who else have you spoke to regarding CMC? I know who you spoke to, but I want to see if you remember their names.
Yeah. So let me see. So I think I asked a question in the group. It was like a group meeting. So Ken, I kind of spoke with him. Kind of. It was like it wasn't directly addressed to him, but he kind of like when I'm about to answer it. And I think Andy was another one.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah, bingo.
And then what's her name? She spoke with me on the phone. You know what? I can barely pronounce it, but she's the only one I'm missing.
What about?
I think her name ends in SHAN, but that's all I got.
Her name is Aisha.
Aisha. Okay, Aisha.
All right. What was my name?
Gio.
Everybody knows me as G Money in this company, and you'll see why once you hop on and you start seeing like your checks be significant. What's the most you've ever made in 1 week?
In 1 week, let's see, maybe 900. No, I'm sorry, 1,000.
In 1 week?
Not the most. Yeah.
How long did it take you to make 1,000?
Let's say maybe 55 hours.
55 hours.
Something like that. Yeah, I'm just spitballing it, but
okay. Ask me what my biggest check was.
In 1 week?
Yeah.
What was it?
My biggest check in 1 week was with this company, and it was $6,675.55.
Wow. That's a lot.
Ask me how long it took me to make that.
How long?
Now, there's two answers to this. Because one, you don't immediately start hopping into a commission-only environment and immediately see that success, right? So you do understand that there is a learning curve to this, and there is hours of like training yourself and understanding the product and all that you got to put into. But in terms of like me actually physically being in the field, I was only in the field for like 30 hours max.
Yeah.
You know, so I think once you get your first paycheck and you see the impact and the whole reality of what is commission, it's going to be like almost like a drug. You're going to want to keep hitting it again because you're going to see that.
Yeah.
Why am I wasting 55 hours of my life for $1,000 check when 3 sales in 1 week is already $1,000 or whatever it is? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Do you like 21 Savage?
Do I like 21 Savage? I don't go out of my way to listen to him, but I like him. Yeah.
Yeah, he said something in an interview. He was saying how like whenever he makes like a set amount of cash, he doesn't just sit on it and be like, all right, I made that, I'm good now. He's worrying about what to make next. We're always worried about the next thing. So I feel like that's something that really like drives me in a sense. You know, I really want to just keep on going to the next thing. So I feel like that fits in really well.
It really does.
Yeah.
And I promise you this. When you start realizing that you start becoming proficient at what we do as door-to-door salespeople, you start realizing like you have skill and you have talent and all that, you're going to reflect back on your previous career choices and you're going to think, why didn't I join something with commission sooner? Because 55 hours, that's a lot. Like,
oh yeah, there's a lot of driving. There's a lot of physical.
And it sounds like stress. It sounds like every Monday you're coming in and you're like, fuck, man, I hope everything goes good.
Trust me, man, waking up at 3 a.m. is not fun.
Hell no, I can only imagine, man. All right. So look, I'm gonna do a little bit of a transition in this interview. I want you to ask me questions. I want you to ask questions so that you feel like you're at the right spot. Because based on your personality, from what I'm picking up, and based on just the facts of your mentality in here, because this is everything. This right here, this is the thing that's going to help you achieve your goals. And it seems like you understand that concept. So that's great. I want you to ask me a couple questions.
Okay. So you said you got started with this, and your degree's in business management, right?
Business management, yeah.
And what made you want to pursue this company? You said you had 6 other ones that were offering you, but this one stood out to you. Can you just remind me why that was?
Yeah, I'll remind you. Did they go over the comp plan with you?
Comp plan? They might have.
Okay. Well, real basically, in sales, a lot of times companies, they promote sales reps, right? You get promoted to a sales leader position, a sales management position, kind of like what I'm at right now. The position I'm at right now is called partner, technically. So I'm one of the partners in the company. But the thing that I liked about this company a lot, and I think that my background in business management helps me out a lot, is the whole concept of you're able to build a team. You're able to build a team of people that you personally train. So you're going to help them develop their skills, help them pretty much feed their families. And I like that a lot. So when you get promoted to sales manager, we're going to be having a different conversation. But that conversation is going to be more along the lines of building teams, what it is to be a leader, you know, what the whole meaning of leadership really is and what we expect from you. And then you're going to be able to build a team. Not only that, but you're going to be actually able to build some sort of passive income for yourself. Let me give you an example. Last week, realistically, I only worked 2 days because there's a lot of housekeeping shit that I had to be doing. So I wasn't even really in the field. Last week, my paycheck was like $1,500. So that's a lot of it passively based on work that I have already previously done. So that concept stuck with me because I know that no matter where I go, I'm always going to get to the top. No matter where I go, I'm going to get to the top of the whole comp plan. So I saw value in this comp plan, and that's what made me excited about this. And I never looked back. I literally did what I said I was going to do. I'm literally living the life that I promised myself I was going to do.
Right. So I'm going to be joining your team from what it sounds like, right?
Most likely, unless for some reason you make me not like you, but I'm liking you right now.
All right. Okay. How many people do you have on your team?
So actively right now, because this whole COVID thing occurred, and some people like for one reason or another, they're collecting unemployment, right? So now they're getting government handouts. It's like 1,000 every week. So that's 50,000 in a year, right? So a lot of people, they rather just chill at home, play video games, and do that. So right now, my active team is about maybe 8. It's not that big. But at one point, my team actively was probably close to 20. And in terms of building a team, it's a skill on its own. And what we do as a leadership core, once you get to that level, we teach you pretty much how to do it, how to run it. And you're going to have your own team. My team specifically is called Dark Side. So you'd be joining the dark side in that sense.
All right. Let's see.
I'm going to give you.
See yourself in 5 years.
5 years from now, I'll be 28. 5 years from now, I'll be pulling up in a Lamborghini. My net worth would have been over $1 million. I'd be living in a sick-ass penthouse. I would have like 5 different dogs. and my passive income would be pretty substantial. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Similar situation as far as money goes. I want to live in LA for sure. Have my own house. I want a big house. I want to, financial stability is the biggest thing for me. I want to make sure everything is set, everything is right. I want to retire as early as I can, but at the same time, I want to keep making money forever.
And you need passive income to do that, and that's one of the things.
Exactly.
That's one of the things that it really stood out to me. Now, this whole concept of passive income, it could get very skewed and very misused, because you see there's network marketing companies out there that they only focus on recruiting their friends and their family, and then they're preaching passive income, passive income, passive income. But you ask them how big their fucking checks are, and they're fucking recruiting everybody for $100 a week passively. To me, that's not anywhere near reflecting of me and my goals. Passive income to me is like you do something one time, and then now you're able to build a business based off of that. Now, with this company, you're not going to be able to fully sit on your ass and just collect paychecks, because we expect you to be a leader, and you're going to get in that leadership position, and you're going to show us whether or not you're a true leader or you're not a good leader. Now, we have seen people come and go. We have seen people come in here from Indeed, like myself as an example, climb up the ladder really quickly. And I exemplify everything, at least to my best attempt to be a leader. But there's other leaders out there that when shit gets hard and, it's hot outside, for some reason they don't want to work. And that's not a leader. But if you're willing to do whatever it takes and get to that leadership level, I'm talking 6 figures plus. That's the kind of money you'll be making.
Exactly. I can definitely feel like I've seen some bullshit. So I'd be surprised if anything scared me.
Yeah. So they explain to you what we do for sales, right? Like the whole process of that, or no?
As far as let me see if I can get this. So we don't really work for AT&T. We're more representatives. We work for the CM and
CMC.
If we're talking to a client, we don't say we're representing AT&T unless they ask us.
So I'm not sure exactly what they told you in orientation, but as far as me training you as a rep, the legal terminology is that we are AT&T solution providers, because they have a solution provider program where they outsource their sales team to other companies like CMC, for example. So legally, we are AT&T solution providers. So we don't necessarily work for AT&T. They're actually our client, just like Frontier Communications. You can see my shirt. But the campaign that we're going to be focusing on with you is going to be the AT&T campaign. That's the campaign that I started in and I built, my business around. So that's pretty much that. I do have a question for you, and this is more of a personal question. Do you like Star Wars?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character?
Oh, see, now that's the curveball. You know what, man? I don't want to just say Darth Vader. I'm gonna probably go with maybe Darth Maul. I like Darth Maul.
All right, I'm glad you chose somebody on the dark side.
I don't like how he went out, but yeah, Darth Maul.
All right, did you watch the Clone Wars at all, like the cartoon show?
I've seen some of it, yeah.
Did you know that Darth Maul actually comes back to life?
He comes back to life and he fights Obi-Wan in the desert.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, man. So look, moving forward, let's talk about scheduling and all that, because I know you're still working with Costco. Is that true?
Yeah, I am. You know what? Usually I'm doing morning shifts, so I'm pretty much out by 10 a.m.
Really?
Yeah, because I work at 4.
How do you live your life working at 4? Do you sleep during the day?
Belt on and go, bro.
Do you sleep during the day normally, or what is your sleeping schedule?
I don't take any naps.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'll doze off for maybe an hour every now and again. Over the past of 6 months, every now and again I'll do it. But I'm pretty much I'm going to bed at 10 and waking up at 3.
Okay.
So I'm used to being up a lot. I'm always up.
I can see that. Okay.
Yeah.
So check this out. next week I am going to be in the Inland Empire. I'm running a road trip out there. So that following week after that, that's when we could start your training. Does that sound good for you?
Sounds good to me, man.
Okay, cool. Do you like traveling?
Actually, do you like traveling?
Do you like traveling? Yeah.
Like going on vacation, traveling, or
just exploring the world, seeing the beautiful places that the earth has to offer us as humans?
Yeah, definitely.
Did they explain to you the travel opportunities that we provide?
I think they mentioned Chicago, but other than that,
bro, I've been everywhere in California, almost every city in California. I've been to Ohio, Michigan, Illinois, Florida, Texas, Ohio as well. I want to go to New York, but they don't have AT&T out there, so we can't go there yet.
Yeah.
But if you do like traveling, even starting your first week, if you'd like, we could even go on a road trip where you could escape what you're going through right here and just focus on sales. My highest recommendation for you to start out is, one, obviously have that student mentality, so that way you're absorbing all the information. And it seems like you're probably going to have that already because you're coming straight from school, it seems like. But two, hop on the road trips whenever you get a chance, because you're going to be surrounded by others like-minded salespeople where all we're talking about, obviously we're talking about other things because we're also human, but we're focusing it all around sales. So then you're going to be absorbing different perspectives, different pitches, different things of ways of how the sales staff members communicate. So if you like road trips, I think you're on the right team.
Perfect. Yeah. I mean, that sounds good to me, man.
All right, awesome. So you said you.
I had a question though about the
what's
traveling.
up?
So how does that work? So is it like the company pays for it, or is it?
So pretty much starting out, yeah. All you got to worry about is when you go on these road trips, try your best. Don't half-ass it. I actually want to see you work hard.
Yeah, as far as the work goes, yeah.
Yeah, because the company actually incurs a cost, as you know, with Airbnb, rental cars, airplane tickets for some special cases. So the company pays for that. However, there is a reimbursement policy that I'll teach you later where we really discuss the numbers. But all that reimbursement that comes, it has a cost to it. So the cost has to get paid for it first. After the cost of the Airbnb and the rental car and all that shit's taken care of, any extra reimbursements that you earn in the field, you could call that kind of like a bonus to your sales. So I'll give you an example. When I first started, it was April 18, 2018. I graduated college in May, right? So then that's when I went full time. I took a chance and I went to Texas on a road trip. That's my first road trip. I went to Texas. And that week I did 12 sales, right? So I came back. I had to buy my plane ticket out there. So it cost $200 to get out there. I took that investment in myself to go out there and produce. I came back 12 accounts later and I got promoted. So that's how I got promoted. Not only that, but because my reimbursement covered the cost of the Airbnb with everybody else, I got paid an extra $500 as a bonus for that week. So you can see how the reimbursement starts to add up.
Yeah, right. So you paid a plane ticket to get out there. You bust your butt doing the sales, and not only are you reimbursed, for the whole trip, but because you did what you had to do, you got a $500 bonus as well.
Right, because the reimbursement that I earned from the sales covered more than my cost for the Airbnb and stuff like that.
And what is the reimbursement based off of again?
It's per sale. So every account that you guys pull out, yeah. Okay. So the company gets reimbursed $35 per deal that's outside of 70 miles from the headquarters location. I don't know if you've been to the headquarters yet, but it's in Downey. So 70 miles away from Downey would be considered a road trip, and then it would qualify for that $35 reimbursement.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can really stack it up going on road trips.
You really could. And I encourage you to hop on. So we're going to go on one next week, but when we come back, we're probably going to have a week training here, locally. And then the following week after that, most likely there's going to be a road trip opportunity for you. Now, you don't have to go. We're not making you go, but we encourage it because your growth is going to just be exponential. You're surrounded by killers and producers, so it's inevitable that some of that's going to rub off on you.
Yeah, of course. I'm just thinking about, doing Costco in the morning, how that'll be affected by that. You know what I mean?
So I was very similar to you when I first started. To give you some more background, I was also I was doing this job. My first job ever was a sign spinner. You know those dudes that hold the sign and just like.
Yeah.
I came a long way, my friend. I'll tell you that. But when I started working two jobs, one was commission based, the other one was hourly. I was making, I think at that point, $17 an hour. And I was like, no, I don't want to let go of my little guaranteed money, you know. And my mom, she was just like, mijo, like, what are you doing? You're getting paid so much more doing this. But it took me a while to like let go of that first job, because you have relationships, you're related, you know, you're friends with your boss, your coworkers, etc. And you're
comfortable.
it's comfortable, exactly. You're used to it. But when you start realizing that now, let me see if I can find like an old check. Hold up. So I could just show you realistically. This one's from 10/21/2019. But what does that dollar amount say in there?
2,815.
That's in 1 week. You know, so like when you start making as much money as you're making in like 2 months working for someone else like that, you're gonna start realizing like, dude, I'm gonna care about myself enough that I'm gonna let go of this just because I want more time to focus on my main hustle or more energy or whatever it is. So I think you're gonna like it, and I think you're a great fit for the team Dark Side. So that's pretty much it. I'll keep your number, and then we're gonna stay in touch. Okay, so be expecting training starting not this next week, but the following week.
So a week from Monday.
Pretty much, yeah. That's when your first official week will begin. If I'm looking at the calendar, we're looking at starting the week of the 20th. So July 20th. Okay. If you put that in your calendar, we'll be ready to rock and roll.
What time would it be at?
Well, obviously you understand that it's commission only, right? So the scheduling can be flexible. So let's say you get off at 10, we can start at 12. I'm not having any issues with that.
Cool.
We usually, me personally, I usually work in the field from 11 to 6. Yeah. The office is open till 7 p.m. So let's say, for example, you didn't hit your sale goal for the day and you want to keep working till 7, the office is open till 7. But it's extremely flexible.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah. I do caution you, though, because with great power and flexibility comes great responsibility. It's up to me and you to set a set schedule and stick to it, because it's going to be really easy to like, oh, man, I made a sale today. It's already 3 o'clock. I'm going to go home. I mean, technically you could do that. But if you want to achieve your goals and you want to get rich, like me, I'm all about the money, baby. I'm all about getting rich. My goal in life is to be a billionaire. Some people think it's unrealistic. I don't give a fuck. So you're not going to achieve your goals, especially something worthwhile, if you're half-assing anything you do. So I encourage you to stick to that schedule that we're going to set up, and then just stay disciplined, and you'll get it going.
Yeah, if you want to do 12 to 6 all week, I'm cool with that too.
Okay. Sounds good.
Cool. That's just spitballing, though. We can change it if you want, or whatever you want to do.
Okay. At what point will it occur to you to leave that first job that you're trying to hold on to?
Once I start seeing the money.
Okay. I have a saying, and my saying is, money talks, bullshit walks.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard that before. Now, do you have any more questions for me before we conclude this interview?
No, I think I'm good, man. I can shoot you a text if I have another question, but I think for now I'm good.
Awesome. Cool. One more question for you. What's your favorite color?
Yeah. Red.
You like red?
Yeah, you know what's funny? I like red, but I always end up wearing black.
Oh my God. I swear you asked all these questions before meeting me. I feel like you wrote answers to, like, we're very similar in that regard. My favorite color is black, and it used to be red, but I'm always wearing black. So yeah, that's awesome. I think we're gonna get along just fine, Cameron, and I think we're gonna accomplish your goals. Now, one more question for you before we go. Outside of like 80,000 a year, because that's fine, that's financial goals. Like, what are some of your life goals that you want to accomplish, so I could get a better understanding of like how to coach you and help you achieve your goals?
Life goals. Well, I would like to own as much stock as I can. I want to own a lot of cars.
Do you own stock
I own
now?
a lot of houses. I think what a big life goal for me is live in a badass house and then own a few more, at least a few more, and have them all just be rent outs. So I get that set income.
Hell yeah.
Month, and then I'm hustling on the streets, doing sales, this and that. And, the money just walks.
You and me, we think very similarly. So I think we're on the right path, man. Are you ready for this like new chapter in your life?
Yeah, man. Really ready, man. I have actually it's funny you're asking that because I've literally been thinking about, the next step other than Costco. Because Costco's been like, I even talked to my buddy. My buddy I've worked with at Costco, he just got into the force. And I've been telling him all the time, like, dude, so sick of Costco. It's bullshit, dude. It's dead end. It's a dead end job. Like, I make $50K a year there. It's, but it's dead end. I don't feel like it's giving me anything like internally, like it's not giving me anything that's internally happy. If you want me to, if I can say that, just because I guess the same thing every day. I don't see new people, same people. Those people suck. You know what I'm trying to say.
No, I totally get it, brother. I totally get it. So, all right, cool. Well, that pretty much concludes this interview. Appreciate you to hop on time and all that, and I'll be in touch with you later.
Yeah, all right, brother. You have my number, right?
Yeah, I do. Hey, do you have an Instagram?
I do, but I don't go on it.
At all?
Not really, no.
Okay. Why is that?
You like Instagram?
Yeah, I do.
Well, I just didn't see a need for it.
Now, you coming from a marketing background, I would expect you to be on Instagram. Come on, man.
Yeah, but I feel like there's only value in Instagram if you have a business that is, that is worth showing off. I don't really have a business that's worth showing off as of now.
Okay, I can see that. All right.
You know what I mean? Like, I can definitely see the value in it. Don't get me wrong. Like, if you're a producer, if you're, like a self-starter, an entrepreneur, and you're trying to get you're a small business owner, you're trying to get your name out there, Instagram's the way to do it. Because that's social media marketing, and that's, sky's the limit with that.
Yeah, it is.
There's even, I don't know if you, what's that one dude with the glasses who's selling, like...
Tai Lopez.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Tai Lopez.
Saying how there's these old dudes who are trying to, advertise, or not advertise, but they're trying to do social media marketing, but they don't know anything about social media. So they're hiring all these young guys to do it for them. That, I can see the value in that. But as for me, I don't see anything in it for me as of now. That's why.
All right. That's fair enough.
I definitely understand it.
Yeah.
I'm not obviously the wizard, but I know what's going on.
All right, right on, brother. I'm gonna give you my Instagram @name just so you could have it.
Yeah, let me get it.
I kind of see Instagram kind of like a resume because you literally post about your life and whatnot. So I want you to see who you're dealing with, and you can see why they call me G Money. Why my sister got a new car because of me. Why my mom, I don't even live with my mom, and her bills are taken care of because of me.
Oh yeah, another life goal. I wanted to say this. I want to buy my mom a house. That has to happen.
That has to happen for me too. You and me are on the same boat.
Bro, you gotta take care of mom,
I 100% agree, brother. So my Instagram @name is @whos.geo, Gio.
So @whos, WHOES?
No, WHOS .geo.
So .geo?
Yep.
Okay. So @whos.geo.
Yep, that's me. Give me a follow. I'll follow you back.
Yeah, for sure, brother. Perfect.
All right, brother. Well, it was nice meeting you, and I'll stay in contact with you shortly.
All right, man.
All right, brother.
Appreciate it.
Whew, that was intense. What's up, lover girl? Oh, I'm still live on Instagram or YouTube. All right, YouTube. So that was it. I concluded an interview with Cameron. I really like the guy. I think he has potential. Now it all comes down to his stickability, his determination when he faces adversity, and whether or not he's capable of developing, that level of mastery that sales needs. But I think he got it. That guy's a superstar, it seems like. So I got good hopes for him. Thanks for joining. I hope you guys enjoy the show. If you guys liked it, go ahead and subscribe. Leave me some comments. I want some feedback. What can I do better? And let's get rich, baby. Woo.